My name is Matthew Harper, and I've been associated with Helene, and actually lived my first years here 40 years ago. I came here in the mid '80s. I had an upbringing in Africa, in South Africa, with British parents, British ancestry, and my first task when I came here was teaching in a rural school. There was a small government school with two Spanish teachers, and the children here could not identify with Spanish because they spoke English in their houses. They were taught English in the Sunday school with the Royal Readers, and so their knowledge of Spanish was extremely limited. It was all textual, and so that was my first task. And so there was a lot of interest and excitement when we started up the first little English school, and we were very well received and well liked, and as a result, we received lots of love from the community. It was a very poor community in those days, and we were charging a small amount of money for our classes just in order to keep paying our rent and our grocery bill, and we were charging 10 lempiras a month in those days. But a lot of times the parents of the children couldn't pay us in money; they would pay us in kind. So we would have bread, fish, cake. So it was a bartering system, which was really, really nice, and you don't see that much anymore. The people here in Helene are very, very loving and caring people to those that they get to know and they have confidence with. And I was very fortunate to be received like that. My first marriage was up here in Helene, had a very special times for me. The people here in Helene are, as I said, loving, but they are very wary of outsiders because they've been on the brunt of the neglect from both the local government, who really they feel only remembers them when it comes close to election time, and they feel neglected by the federal government because they have done nothing really for the island of Helene. Small water systems, a small clinic have been done by NGOs and church groups. Really, local government and federal government have done nothing for the community, and so there's this lack of mistrust. I would have to say. After coming here first, I had the opportunity of purchasing a piece of land, my own piece of land, here in the late 90s, and I purchased the land, and I knew that it was eventually where I would want to live, because my heart belongs here. It was when when I first came here, I came to Helene, obviously, so I feel like it's, like I tell everybody, I'm not originally from here, but I lived most of my life here, and I feel like I was raised in Helene. I always tell people, so this is really where my heart is in the Bay Islands, and I feel like this is a time capsule here where the culture, the language, and the history has been preserved and it's untouched. Probably because of its isolation, it's not felt the influence of the development boom that's happening down towards the west